When I first saw this car, I honestly didn't expect a small crossover to feel special. Because the DS isn't trying to be sporty and it isn't trying to be practical above everything else. It's trying to be luxurious. This is the DS3 Crossback. So today I want to find out if the DS3 is actually a small luxury car or just a small car trying to feel like one. We are the daily drivers. The DS is one of those brands that is actually trying to do things differently. This car is not competing to having the best performance or the best practicality. It is competing to have really nice looks and also to feel luxurious. This DS3 Crossback is on the bottom end of the DS model lineup. But the physiology of the car actually makes a lot of sense. From the front we have, I have to say, really nice stands. I really like this performance line look of the car. We have full LED headlights. Over here we have the daytime running lights with park distance control. This badge actually accentuates which trim we have, and we have the performance line. We have the big DS badge with integrated camera for a 360-degree parking view. This specific to the performance line grille, really, but I really like it. And below that we have the radar guided cruise control. And I have to say, in this trim, this feels really elegant, but still has a pretty nice road presence. From the side we have those beautiful 17-inch DS specific rims. Behind that, single piston brake caliper at the front and even at the rear. Moving up we have this nice cladding, foldable mirrors with this B-tone color. Really, but I really like the silver with black. It actually suits the car really well. We have those flash door handles. I have to say I quite like them. They come out like this and they go pretty nicely out. Door shutting sound. It has really nice depth into it. The rear door, slightly less depth than the front one. Yes, what is this? This is some kind of raised hip over here, but it creates quite a big blind spot. At the back we have this nice shark fin antenna with a really little roof spoiler with integrated brake light. Privacy glass suits the car really well. Rear wiper, fully spelled out DS Automobiles, the DS badge. Those full LED rear lights, which looks quite stylish, I have to say, with all those elements in it, with a halogen blinker and halogen reverse light. Also blacked out DS3, fake vents right over here, park distance control over there, little camera, and even a button for your trunk is hidden next to the camera. And what I also really like is the double tip exhaust from the back. And massive thanks to P-Man Slot from Den Helder for lending us this car. You will see right now the QR code to the website right over here, and there will be also a link down below. Under the hood, which is actually quite light, really like it, we have this hood strut to hold it up, and we will find 1.2 liter 3-cylinder PureTech engine, also known as the HN09. And I already know what all of you thinking, all those keyboard warriors. It's the PureTech engine. No. Listen, this one is updated. Alright, let's do a deep dive in it. Turbo at the front with variable geometry. Over inside we have a direct injection which can operate at the pressure of 350 bar. I have to say, all those 350 bar systems, they atomize the fuel so well that there is not a lot of dilution from gasoline into the oil. So that's really well done. And also this engine has the timing chain. There is no more wet timing belt. This means you don't have all those maintenance and all those wet timing belt snapping we had before. So this is a great upgrade. Engine runs on middle cycle. Engine produces on its own 109 horses and 172 Newton meters of torque on its own. But this is a hybrid. Coupled to this PureTech engine is a EDSC 6-speed dual clutch transmission. Inside the transmission lives an electric motor producing, hold your horses, 28 horses and 55 Newton meters of torque. Inside the car is a nickel metal magnesium lithium-ion battery which actually delivers power to that electric engine. The combined power of the system is 136 horses and 230 Newton meters of torque, going through the front wheels. Hood shutting sound, let's listen quietly. It has also some depth to it like the door, so well done. You can also get this car as an EV, then it's called the DS3 Crossback E10s. If you enjoy our content so far, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, so you don't miss our future DS videos. If you are stepping inside, you get treated with those beautiful doors. I have to say, I really like this air vent. It gives the car really elegant design. The airflow goes from the sealed pass-through into the door vent and it looks really nice. Also the door vent feels really smooth. You have this soft touch plastic with some Alcantara with red and gold stitching. Over here are the controls for your folded mirrors and for your head-up display. 2 slots to put your card and even to adjust your height of your headlights. In front of I have a leather-wrapped steering wheel, also with this red and gold and white stitching. Steering wheel is not heated. We have flappy pedals right over here to shift your 6 gears. Over here buttons for the cruise control and buttons for the media. Over here I have a 7-inch digital gauge cluster. Behind that I have a glass head-up display. You can show some information, you can swap between different menus, but the swapping of that you have to do in the infotainment screen. Moving to the infotainment screen, 10.1-inch infotainment screen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but the main operating system is DS Iris system. Works pretty nicely. You can see everything is quite smooth over here. The animations are actually really nice. And the dashboard layout right over here has actually more angles than your geometry class, which all of you have followed, but I really like it. We have some hotkeys for the climate system, music, car settings, phone settings, and even navigation. Really like that. Those 2 vents are perfectly integrated. I have to say they feel also really nicely. And we also have those capacitive buttons right over here with start-stop engine. And the overall dashboard design is really elegant. You have this nice soft touch on the top with Alcantara, again with our red and gold stitching. I have to say, not that damn glove box, but incredibly deep. Look at this. I will demonstrate it with the dopper. I have to say, this is really nicely deep. In the middle console, we got really nice buttons. Let's start on my side. For automatic parking brake, all of your buttons for your windows are right over here, which are automatic on all 4 corners. Really like it. And we have this, greatly feeling gear lever. Seats are manual adjustable. We have those Alcantara with cloth and some leather seats. They are not heated, but optionally you can buy heated and massage seats as well. So yes, well done. Sitting position is actually really comfortable because we have this nicely padded armrest, which is also movable. So you sit here actually really comfortably. Even on the long journeys you have enough support in those seats, so you will do some really nice comfortable driving with this. It's not sporty inspiring, but that is not needed with this brand. And sound system wise, we have an 8-speaker system, 2 tweeters, 2 door woofers, 2 tweeters and 2 door woofers, but there is an also optional 12-speaker vocal system. I have now hopped in the back seat. But first, we have not showed the DS key. I mean, look at this. I really liked it. There is also some weight to it, so the key is pretty nice. With my 1.81 meters, I sit here. I have to say I have some head space. I have also some knee space behind myself, and I can wiggle my toes. 2 back pockets right over here. Just a little net. We have ISOFIX on all the passenger seats. Even the front one has ISOFIX. Again, we have this Alcantara cloth leather, which is actually really comfortable. You get even those touch-sensitive rear lights, and the windows go almost all the way down. But because of this raised hip over here, it will be quite difficult if you're small to wave at the grandma. So beware of that. And if you find your trunk button, which is hidden right over here, then you get treated with 350 liters of trunk space if you remove the partial shelf. Cameraman again, never dies. And you remove all of our gear equipment. You don't have actually a flat floor, but you have 1050 liters of luggage space, which is, for this car segment, decent. Let's take the DS3 Crossback for a ride. And first we will talk about the NVH of the car. Because inside this cabin, it is really posh, I have to say. And the good NVH gives you a premium feel of the car and luxury feel. We don't have a lot of wind noise. Even those door mirrors do not create tons of wind noise. There's a little bit of that 3-cylinder rumble in it, which is pretty fun. And tire noise is also really good. So NVH wise, it feels really solid here inside. We also have laminated glass in this car, so that's really nice. Does the NVH benefit the sound system? Of course it does, because we have the 8-speaker system over here, I already said, 4 tweeters and 4 door woofers, and we give it a C tier. Why? We have tested all of our test tracks on it, and there is some really pretty nice low, deep bass, even some nice upper bass. We don't have the subwoofer, but those door woofers deliver the sound quite well. Mids are not hollow, they sound really naturally, and those highs come through really nicely and they are not air fatiguing. But there isn't a lot of power actually, and if you crank it really loudly, all of your dynamics of the song became compressed. So there is lots of compression going on if you go above 2/3 of volume spectrum actually. It is pretty decent sound system for the bass sound system. Driving wise, we have in the front a McPherson strut and torsion beam at the rear. Not actually some high-end suspension, but I have to say it is tuned really comfortably. Dampers are not adaptive, they're just passive, but they are tuned actually to be comfortable, but also to hold the car quite stable on the road. So you don't have a lot of that wobbliness. There is also not a lot of head wobble. That is something I really like. And if you chuck it into corner, like I will do right now, you can hear the tires a little bit complaining, but the car keeps really stiff. And even the CMP architecture platform feels really solid of the car. So that's pretty nice. Steering wise, the steering is tuned to feel luxurious, so it's really light. If you're cornering or maneuvering inside the city, you just do some really slow driving, then it is really easy to maneuver the car around. It's really light, so that is really likable. There is enough power to do some really safe overtaking like right now we do. The gearbox kicks down really nicely and we are just in the normal mode. We have even some other drive modes, like we have actually a snow mode, then we have mud mode, we have a sand mode, we have eco mode, normal mode and sport mode. I will put it into normal mode because that is what I think suits the car the most. All those off-road modes are pretty nice, but this car is not able to have a 4-wheel drive. So if it could have an electric motor at the rear to give it some 4-wheel drive actually, then those modes would make sense. No one is going to use them. But the engine actually performs quite well. Even if you go into sport mode, the engine will turn on and the hybrid system will give you some punch actually from low end to fill out that torque gap. And then your turbo spools up and gives you also a nice amount of torque. Those 230 Newton meters on this 1.3 tons crossover are actually, I have to say, plenty. It feels pretty lively. Brake performance wise, I already said, we have disc brakes on all 4 corners. They have some pretty nice stopping power, but we also have an electric motor with regenerative braking. And I have to say the handoff between those two is pretty nice. It is almost seamless, but you can sense it when the regenerative braking actually goes into physical brakes. It is not so heavy, so those brakes won't fade actually quickly. And if you're going down, like downhill, you can charge your battery with it, so that's pretty nice. Cruise control wise, it's also pretty easy. You have just a mode, you can use it like this, press it, put it on 80, and then we have adaptive cruise control with lane keep assist. I have to say the system works pretty good. With this button you can even increase or decrease your following distance. Is this car the most practical one? No, definitely not. But it is decent enough for just if you're alone or maybe with your girlfriend, boyfriend, or if you have really small children, they will fit back there. You have enough cubby space over here. I have to say those cup holders hold the dopper really nicely. Even this bigger one holds the dopper quite nicely. Everything ergonomic wise is laid out really logically and really elegantly. And not to forget the safety suite of the car. We have some nice tech in it. You can see the wall list right over here. I have to say all those systems are actually not that annoying because those sounds actually of them, of all those warnings, are tuned really nicely. Even this blink, I mean, listen to this. This sounds really nice. All those systems are tuned sound-wise really nicely, so they are not that distracting. So they are well done. We have 360-degree reverse camera. I have to say the definition is really nice. Even those lines turn with you, so that is really nice. We can put it on our grass like this and standing over here. So 360-degree view, or just a side view, or from the rear view. Is the DS3 Crossback actually a luxury crossover? Depends how you're looking on it. But first, let's do through our pros and cons. The first pro, definitely the elegant design. I mean, just look at that thing. Second pro, the interior, ambience and quality. I really like the interior, how it looks, how it feels inside, how it sits. And our third pro is the NVH of the vehicle. For this price range, this is really, but really good NVH. There is pretty silent inside. You don't have a lot of road, engine and tire noise. Our cons, we have also 3 of them. My first con is actually those door handles. And why? Because now, when the car is new, it's working perfectly. But I have a question mark. How do they work when it's 10 years old? Because our right rear one is already creaking. Our second con are the blind spots of the car. I have to say, if you have blind spot monitoring, so you can rely on that. But if you're someone who just likes to rely on your own eyes, yeah, then you can hide some pretty big car over here. So beware of that. And the last con is actually the space of the car. 350 liters of luggage space up to 1050 isn't the most. So if you're looking for a practical one, this isn't it. So I do actually recommend it to have it as a second car in your family for your girlfriend or your boyfriend. With that out of the way, let us know what you think of the video, like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one. Ciao!